Here we are in December, the last month in 2017, and Derrell, how have the beef markets been holding up?
You know, 2017 has been a surprising year, kind of all the way around. You know, if you look here at the end of the year, wholesale beef prices, they've come down from the levels about a month ago prior to Thanksgiving. Fed cattle prices a little bit lower as well, but all in all, holding up quite well here at the end of the year. It's just been a surprising year, driven by principally by strong demand. We know that we've had increases in production, and yet the demand has been there to keep these markets very strong.
And while talking about demand, feeder markets have been kind of in that same boat.
Absolutely. You know, throughout this fall, we've not seen the normal seasonal pressure. We've had good feedlot demand for the heavier weight feeder cattle. That's kept those prices, well above a year ago, and calf prices are certainly higher than a year ago and really have not dropped very much this fall. Even though, we've struggled a little bit with stockers this fall, but yet the demand has been very good.
Cattle producers are buying cattle to put on pasture. How's the pasture looking?
Well, the wheat pasture situation's been a little bit of a challenge this fall. I think you'd have to describe it as variable. We saw an awful lot of potential in September, but then we had lots of problems with armyworms early on. Some producers waited to plant to get past that. It just depends on where you are. There is some wheat pasture out there, certainly some cattle out there, and producers in general have a lot of other forages to work with. We brought some pasture out of summer. We've got lots of hay to work with. So the stocker demand has been there, but it's been a bit of a challenge this fall. Certainly not a uniform, kind of an easy path this fall.
Well, and speaking of some of those cattle that may go on the wheat pasture also, there's been some great OQBN sales this year. Can you talk about those? You know,
we continue the value-added program in the Oklahoma Quality Beef Network. We've had very good sales this fall. We continue to see the premiums for those cattle that have received the management protocol and are certified. And so that contributes to the value for producers to participate in these sales.
We're moving into 2018. What should cattle producers be thinking about as we make that turn? Are the markets going to stay where they're at?
Well, I think there'll be some challenges. I think we're carrying some momentum forward from 2017 into 2018. The demand stuff still looks very good at this point. But at the same time, we know there's going to be continued increases in production, so supply will be a bit of a challenge, not only for beef, but for the other meats as well. We've got some uncertainty related to things like trade policy. The macroeconomy right now looks pretty good, but I think you have to be concerned that it could have some problems going forward. So it looks good. I think we carry some momentum into 2017, but we certainly will have some challenges. And I think for producers, that translates into some downside risk that you want to try to be managing for as we go forward.
So really be conscious of it and kind of plan for those downsides.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do expect overall that we'll see slightly weaker prices, maybe not a lot weaker prices for feeder cattle or cattle in general. But more than likely we will see a little bit of weakening in prices, and I think the threat is there that we could see more weakening than that if anything happens, particularly to beef demand domestically or internationally.
Okay, thank you much. Derrell Peel, Livestock Marketing Specialist here at Oklahoma State University.